Hi there, welcome to this peace transmission, number 14, the live stream. Find a comfortable seat or lie down. Fall into the waves of your breath. Dropping your mind into your heart. Allow your body to relax. And today I've been looking at my own patterns or predispositions for self-pity, feeling sorry for myself. Self-pity is said to be one of the most dangerous and destructive vices a person can have. Self-pity is a crime against the heart. There is a chasm of difference between letting our true emotions be felt and expressed healthily and holding them in obsessively and bitterly so they become stuck in patterns of self-pity. Take a moment now to see if you found yourself falling into patterns of self-pity recently. No judgment, just observe. A wise person once caught me sympathizing with the situation of a friend. And she overheard my conversation with this friend. And when it was done, she pulled me aside and said, "Did you know commiseration isn't always compassionate? Commiseration isn't always compassionate. When you collude with your friend in her pity, in her self-pity, by saying things such as, 'You're right, it's not fair,' you water the seed of self-pity within her, and this will only do her harm. The older I get, the more I understand what she meant by this. Take a moment now to see if you have colluded in the self-pity of another. No judgment, just observe. so much of my life I have argued with what is. In other words, I have argued with divine will. Why me? Why do they get it easy? Why do I have to endure this? And so on and so forth. And take a moment now to see if you've caught yourself arguing with divine will recently. No judgment, just observe. Take a moment to see if you've caught yourself arguing with reality, with what is. Another wise person once said to me, when you argue with reality, you only lose 100% of the time. A few years ago, one sentence came into my head. Self-pity is not self-love. It has since become a personal mantra for me. Self-pity is not self-love. Let's take a few moments to repeat this mantra internally. Self-pity is not self-love. Self-pity is not self-love. Self-pity is not self-love. Keep repeating this mantra on your own internally for a few moments now. Self-pity is not self-love. It is true. It is not self-love. It has nothing to do with love, in fact. Self-pity is a crime against the heart and a falling out of alignment with the will of the divine. Self-pity is not self-love. Self-pity is nothing to do with love. Let's take a deep breath in together and exhale out through the mouth. Let's do this a few more times on your own, in your own time. Breathing in deeply and breathing out through the mouth, letting go. Surrendering with every exhalation. As we do this, say to divinity in your own way, may thy will be done. Surrender to divinity. Align with the will of the divine. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Coming back into alignment. Re-enter the life stream of your story. Thy will be done. I come back to alignment. I re-enter the life stream. When we pity ourselves, ultimately we are refusing to accept life. It shouldn't be this way. I deserve something different. Both these statements are refusals of life, refusals of the life stream. Such thoughts are coming from dark places. If these thoughts fester for long enough, they become a crime against the heart, a crime against life. So cast out these thoughts, these refusals. Casting out any personal demons of self-pity within. Self-pity is not self-love. Self-pity is not self-love. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, exhale through your mouth, surrendering. Thy will be done. Speak directly to divinity. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Come back to alignment. Cast out those refusals and re-enter the life stream. And let the life stream come back to you. flow through you. Only last week another thought came into my mind. When I make myself the victim of my own story, it is a betrayal of my heart. It is so painful to feel like the victim of your own life. I believe that we are each meant to be the liver and lover of our own lives. But this doesn't mean it won't be really, really, really hard at times, or that we won't be on our knees in sorrow. These kinds of challenges don't need to be seen as a kind of victimhood. Rather, they are a part of the hero's journey. And we can meet them with an open, ready heart. We can live our lives whatever the challenge is. But only if we stay in the live stream. Only if we stay out of the darkness of self-pity and the thoughts that argue with our story. We are meant to live our story. Breathe it in, lovelies. Sometimes it is beautiful and joyful, and sometimes it is painful and full of difficulty, yet still we are meant to live it. We are not meant to refuse it. Breathe it in. Breathe in the live stream of your story. We are meant to live our story, but we do not write it. Divinity is the ultimate author. When we cast away self-pity, we can live what is given. The ups and the downs, the good and the bad, in such a way that any situation becomes holy. We forget ourselves and remember God. We live our stories as they are written. And as we open back up to the live stream, to what is, the force of God lifts us up and back to life. This force opens the heart and soothes the mind and guides everything. This force wants to run through us like the air in a flute. So be open to the life that is coming at you now, and do not contort yourself into an instrument of self-pity that plays a discordant tune. Do not contort yourself into an instrument of self-pity that plays a discordant tune. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth and surrender it all. And say to divinity, thy will be done. Thy will be done. Come back to alignment. Re-enter the life stream. Re-enter our lives as our lives are coming at us, knowing we are meant to live our story, but we do not write it. Divinity is the ultimate author. When we cast away self-pity, we can live what is given. We can live what is given in such a way that any situation becomes holy. As we forget to pity ourselves, we remember God. And this force of divinity lifts us up and back to life. Opening the heart and soothing the mind, reminding us there is a divine force, a divine will that guides everything. This beautiful force wants to run through us like the air in Krishna's flute. We sing a devotional song today to take us gently away from any lower tendencies of self-pity and destruction, and into the beauty, of young Krishna, the preserver of the universe, the supreme being, the Atman, the inner soul. Krishna is known for his radiant beauty, playful qualities, and transcendent flute playing. Take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, surrendering. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Surrendering to divinity. You can join in or you can just listen. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya 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 Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya 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 Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya 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 Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare Ye He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya 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 Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om Gurudev Gurunath Sharanam Mama Om He Nata Narayana Vasudevaya 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 Self-pity is not love. Self-pity is not love. Allow your life, allow the life stream to flow through you. Like the air flows through Krishna's flute. Take a deep breath in together. Breathe it in and breathe it out. You are the liver of your life. Sometimes you can only be the liver, and sometimes you can be the lover. Allow the life stream, whatever it looks like, allow it. Breathe it in and out through the mouth. We are meant to live our story. But we do not write it. Divinity is the ultimate author. So surrender to divine will. Surrender. Let go. Bringing your hands to your heart centers. We ask for the fortitude to stay out of self-pity, to recognize that self-pity is not love. We ask to stay out of self-pity so we can live our stories as hard as they might get, remembering always that divinity is with us. And this is our transmission today. We ask that everyone remember divinity is always with them. We ask that everyone has the fortitude to live their stories without refusal. Let that life stream of your story flow through you. Knowing the more we live our stories, the more likely it is that we will have those precious moments of loving our stories. Knowing that divinity is always with us. With so much love. Namaste. With so much love. Namaste.